Good morning, everybody. It's Chris.
And Joan.
Chris and Joan's Travels. Okay, here we are. We're talking day 6 of our vacation, day 4 of the Aqua cruise. And today we're going to be in Great Stirrup Cay. This morning I got up and went for a walk around the 8th deck again. And while I was up, the butler just about 8 o'clock brought us some breakfast in the room. So basically we had room service. We had the all-American breakfast, which is scrambled eggs, bacon, potatoes. We had some fruit and some pastries. English muffins. And then after that, we got ourselves all ready to go over to Great Stirrup Cay because today was Great Stirrup Day. So we went over we went up to the concierge deck and they escorted us down to a special elevator, took us down and got us onto the tender, and that was nice. The one thing so far that I like about the Haven is you get escorted places for things like that. And then we tendered over, and that took 10, 15, 20 minutes. I really wasn't paying attention. Really wasn't paying attention, but we took the tender over. We were on the top deck, so we got a nice view on the way over. We could see the construction that they're doing for the new pier. Hopefully when we're on the Prima in November, that pier will be done and we won't have to tender. And then we got there and we went walking around Great Stirrup Cay for a little while. We took some video, we watched the zip liners. We were checking out the different parts of the beach.
Yeah, somebody was saying that they tried to get an appointment or a slot for the zip line, but it was booked. So for that kind of thing, if you want to do that, make sure that you make your reservation early, like when you first book the cruise and the excursion opens up. Before you start on the cruise, you need to make sure you make that reservation because it books up pretty fast.
And then so we went and found some seats just to chill out at, laid around the sun, and then when we went in the ocean and we went snorkeling and all sorts of little fish around the rocks. So we actually didn't go to the first. So when you get there, there's like 3 different places to sit. So we went for the middle one, hoping it would be less crowded, and it was at first. And then we were on the extreme right side of it, and that's where all the fish were by the rocks. So we got to see. Joni was in the water, and the fish were just going right up to her, and all sorts of fish, having a blast with the fish. Getting video, and then we decided to go walking. We got out of the water, dried off, sat in the sun a little more, and then decided to walk around, check out Great Stirrup Cay a little more. And we ended up finding a taco truck or the taco building, and we got tacos, and we had tacos for lunch.
Yeah, so that place, so it has a spot just for where you can get lunch. They bring the food off from the ship, so they have a buffet there between 11 and 2.
Yeah.
This we have to, if you want the lunch there, it's free. So if you're on Great Stirrup Cay, it is all the drinks and food are included. There's, like you said, all the far side is the little taco station, which I don't think too many people know about.
Yeah, it's on the far right.
Yeah, then there's 2 or 3 other little places, and then there's a whole bunch of different kind of bars. There's a tequila bar, a Bacardi bar, and then there was
another bar.
There's 3 major big bars. And each one has their own signature things, and so you can go and get drinks there. But there was another food station that had another burgers and stuff like that. But we got the tacos, so that was good.
We liked the tacos. Those were pretty. They were kind of basic, but they were good.
They were good.
And over by the taco stuff, just if you're on that side, which is when you come off the tender and you're walking down the path, it's to the right. That's where they rent the snorkel stuff and the snorkel gear, the paddle boards, and the floats, the float mats. That was all over there. And then after we ate, we went back and hung out in the sun, went in the water a little more. About 2 o'clock, we were like...
First thing, when we were walking around, we went shopping. They have a little bazaar. I forget what they call it, the bazaar. And so they have just the street, not the street, but the vendors. Some
vendors on a dirt road.
About 10 vendors, total tents, selling the same stuff, if that's what you're looking for. But we wanted to take a look at it. I actually did not buy anything from there, so figure that.
She did buy though on the island. Don't let her kid you. She did shop.
I did, but in the where they have the zip lining, they have the Great Stirrup Cay store. And that's where I bought this shirt. And I mean, actually, this shirt is actually better than the ones that they sell at the bazaar area, because there's the cheap T-shirts. So pay a few dollars more, but I'd rather do that and get a comfortable T-shirt that's real cotton and a good quality. So.
And then after that, it was about 2 o'clock, and we decided to go back to the ship. We took the tender back. That was nice. As soon as you come off the tender, again, they have the Haven elevator. It takes you right up. That was nice. Went up to the room. We dropped off all the stuff we'd been carrying around and got our towels, and we went over to the Aqua Coaster. And we got lined for the Aqua Coaster, and it broke twice while we were in line. So we had to wait. There was some waiting this time.
I felt like Disneyland, waiting for the ride, the big
yeah, it's so new, and I guess they have an engineer on board just making sure things go well. It took them a little while to get everything reset. It's like they had to do a power on reset to the system to make it run. But that was fun. We got to do that. So we did for the second time, we did the Aqua Coaster. And then we decided, okay, still a little hungry, let's go eat something. So we went to the buffet and got a snack. And then we headed up to the Haven Sun Deck. And we went and sat out in the sun for about 2 more hours. And then, because it was the last night on the ship, we went back, we did some packing, we got cleaned up to go to dinner. After that, we ate dinner in the Haven restaurant, and that was okay. I had a nice steak. What do you have?
I had the chicken.
Joni had the herb chicken.
Herb chicken. It was fine. I mean, it's okay.
I think it's kind of the same chicken that you get in the main dining room.
Yeah, it's all the same.
The steak definitely was the same from the main dining room.
Chicken. But that was the only thing on there I think I would have eaten was the chicken. So, like I said, the Haven was the only, didn't have a good, for me, because I'm picky, it didn't have any pasta. Like I like in the main dining room, it has the baked ziti. You get that every night. I like that.
I think if we do the Haven again, we'll see if they'll bring it to us. Hey, in the main dining room, they got baked ziti. Can we get baked ziti?
Exactly.
She'd be a lot happier. Again, we're not foodies, so that's okay. Then after dinner, we went down, we bought our pitchers. We picked out our 15 pitchers. We picked 14 real easy. Finding a 15th one was kind of hard. The short cruise didn't necessarily need 15. They had a t-shirt sale going on, 2 for $30, so we got some more t-shirts. And then what did we do?
I got my bracelet, finished off my bracelet.
Yeah, Joni got
so on there, of course, every cruise they have a bracelet where you get a free bracelet or free charm when you buy the bracelet. So basically you pay $10, they give you 3 or 4 charms to start with, and then every day they have a new charm, and it's $5 every day. And at the end of the last day on the cruise, you get the ship one for free. So I got all those, and wasn't normally going to do this because I've done this on every cruise, and they are always the same charms. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, almost the same charms.
I wanted her to find them all so I can try to string them all together and see how many she's got.
This one, I really didn't even bother looking at it at first because I was like, I don't need it. I was saying no to it. And then I looked and said, oh, I do not have these, and these are nice. They're blue and they're different colors, and so some
they
big
were
ones.
colorful this time.
So I actually
I thought they were different this time.
Nice. So I did get them. So yeah, and then we did a little bit more shopping.
Yeah, then after that, we had some onboard credit we had to spend, so we got rid of our onboard credit. Again, if you own the stock, make sure you get your free onboard credit, and if you have the NCL card, use a little of it. So we had like $300 this time of onboard credit we had to use up, so we used it up. One thing I learned though, the tipping does not go towards the onboard credit when it's non-refundable onboard credit. Yeah, whatever, no big deal.
That's just some good information to know.
Yep. And then after that, we decided to go up to the game zone, and we blogged that, so there'll be a video for just the game zone. And while we were there, they had the duck bowling, so Joni and I shared a game of duck bowling.
And we did very badly.
Yeah, we didn't even break 100. I think we got to 90. But it was fun. That was fun. Right? We had a nice 10 minutes doing that. And then we went back to the room, and we got our bags. We had to finish getting our bags packed because we had to be off the ship in the morning, and we wanted to put the bags out.
Yeah, you have to get your bags. You have to get a luggage tag. If you're going to take your, if you're not going to walk off the ship, you have to leave your bags outside the room the night before, and you pick the time that you choose to go out. If you have like an early flight or something like that, you want to be the first one off. You need to make sure you get that color, because they put those in certain spots, and then when you want to, and then you have to tell, basically have to tell the front desk what time you want to get off.
Unless you're in the Haven.
Right, in the Haven, she came to us and asked us.
She bring them to us.
Yeah, she brought them to us.
And you automatically get priority.
But if you are in a regular cabin, you have to decide what time you want to get off.
Yeah, they have like 4 different colors, 4 different half-hour periods.
And you wait for them overhead call, okay, it's time for purple, time for green, and then you go off there and you got to walk the line there. But you put your bags out the night before, and they come and collect them. And so just remember to make sure you leave out your clothes for the next day, and if you need toiletries or anything like that, make sure you leave them out in a separate bag, because when you give them your bags, you don't get them until the next morning, and then the next morning when you go off the ship, you go down and there's a big open area and it's just a sea of bags. And you gotta go find your bags. Usually they're color coded, so whatever color bag tag you had, all those bags are in that spot.
Okay, then after that we called the butler and got some pile of mode brought up. And then it was 11 o'clock and we decided to go to bed. And that was our day 4 of the cruise at Great Stirrup Cay. So it was a fun day. We enjoyed the 4 days. We'll do an debarkation video. It'll be a short one, and then we'll talk about our next adventure where we're going to Puerto Rico to Rio Mar. So this is Chris
and Joan
for Chris and Jones Travels. Have a good day. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment below, check out our other videos, and follow us along. Bye.
Bye.